The following is a special presentation of the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Today, the Lady Flames face off against the conference-leading Radford Highlanders in Big South volleyball action. The Flames were swept earlier in the season at Radford in 3 close sets and look to knock off the Highlanders at home today, while the Highlanders attempt to secure the #1 seed going to the Big South Conference tournament in just a few weeks in Clinton, South Carolina. It's the Highlanders versus the Flames coming up next. Welcome to the Vine Center in beautiful Lynchburg, Virginia, where the Flames of Liberty University are hosting the Highlanders of Radford University. I'm Ray Jones. Alongside me this evening is Aaron McEwen. Aaron, great matchup tonight with the Flames, of course, and the Highlanders. They have met before this year. The Highlanders took a close sweep, and the Flames desperately need this game for the Big South Conference tournament. Right now, only 2.5 games separating the top 7 teams.
You know, Ray, what's interesting is Radford comes into the Vine Center tonight in a position that they have not been in since 2001, and that is atop the Big South standings. They're having a great season, 18-8 overall, 7-2 in conference play, and you mentioned them sweeping the Flames back on September 27th. Well, with that win, they broke a 24-match losing streak to the Flames, and another streak they're hoping is going to end tonight is they have not won in the Vine Center since November 6th, 2001. And then we talk about the Flames. They are really trying to focus on these wins because it is going to determine where they are in the Big South standings. They're currently 5-4, and they are tied for 5th with Presbyterian. One area they're going to rely on heavy tonight is their blocking. They do lead the conference in blocks per set. So if they can get their blocking going early, I think that's really going to define how their defense does tonight.
Well, these are two teams of all the great players on the court tonight. You've almost got a Big South Conference all-star team playing in this matchup. What players are we focusing on?
Well, for Radford, we're going to highlight junior outside hitter Rachel Wychecki. The Delaware native is getting it done both in offense and defense as she leads Radford with 3.39 kills and 3.3 digs per set, as well as ranking second in the Big South with 0.43 aces per set. Wychecki recorded a match-high 14 kills and 20 digs in their victory over Liberty on September 27th, and the Highlanders will rely on her consistency once again tonight. And for Liberty, we're going to focus on junior libero Gabrielle Scheip. Scheip recorded a combined 41 digs in the Flames matches last weekend, becoming the 19th player in program history with 1,000 or more career digs. She is the backbone of the Flames defense and will be relied on to keep the Flames in system tonight so that they can run a more dynamic and effective offense.
Well, there you have it. It's a matchup between two powers in the Big South Conference, two schools in the state of Virginia. Back to the starting lineups in just a moment.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You're gonna be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
A deal isn't a deal if it doesn't fill you up. The $5 Big Bag Lunch. Pick any two to go with your fries, drink, and apple turnover at Hardee's. The Texas Toast Breakfast Sandwich. Back at Hardee's.
Hopefully, you already recycle your newspapers. More than 73% of newspapers in the U.S. are recycled. But did you know that the newspaper you read today can be recycled up to 7 times? They can become cereal boxes, egg cartons, and even new newspapers. So put your papers where they belong, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome back to the Vine Center on the campus of Liberty University. Let's take a look at our starting lineups in this volleyball matchup. First of all, the Highlanders of Radford University. Number 3, Emma Denninger has over 200 kills this year. She'll be a middle blocker. Emma Roblicki will be a defensive specialist. Jenna Braden, she is the setter. 775 assists this year. Rachel Wychecki, that's the big gun, 339 kills on the year. Cheyenne James is the reigning Big South Conference Player of the Week. Kelby Jackson will be the libero, and number 12 is Megan Short. She'll be a middle blocker at 6 foot 4 inches. There's the head coach for the Highlanders having a great year, Marcy Jenkins. 18-8 this year, 7-2 in the Big South Conference. This is her 6th season, and right now, definitely her best.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Liberty Lady Flames in that middle blocker position. We have redshirt senior Kendall Rollins. Libero, Gabrielle Shipe. She has just joined that 1,000 club with the Digs. On the outside, the Flames are happy to have back Caroline Douglas. Other middle position, freshman and Zia McQuittery. On the outside, senior Lily Happel from Ellicott, Maryland. In the setter position, senior Jade Craycraft. And rounding out, we have Rebecca Hariff in the DS position. Head coach for the Lady Flames, Shane Pender. He is in his 10th year, 180, 137 overall. Looking for a win tonight, Ray.
Well, we're underway as Shipe had the serve, and James comes up with the kill right off the bat. The Highlanders jump out to a quick 1-0 lead. In the very first conference game of the season, Radford hosted Liberty and beat them 28-26, 26-24, 25-19. A sweep, but a tough sweep for the Highlanders.
For anyone who's ever been to the Dedman Center on the campus of Radford, it is a very difficult place to play. The environment, the atmosphere, the way the court is set up. So regardless of whether you're the first in the conference or last in the conference, you go in there and you know you're going to be in for a battle.
Takes it off hands. Nice dig by Wychecki. It's going to go back to Wychecki, punches it off the top of the net. Alive, Craycraft goes up. Dug back out by Jackson. And again to James. Liberty's there, Craycraft to the center, off hands, and that's going to be a kill for the Flames. Kendall Rollins.
Heads up set by Craycraft there in the middle to Rollins. She knew that the blockers were on her and not Rollins. So Rollins was able to have a one-on-one situation and get the kill.
Liberty had to earn that point, though. That rally went on for a little bit, and now Jade Craycraft will serve. Only Big South player this year that has a triple-double, and she has 3 of them. Quick set to the middle, dug out, nice hit by Watson. It's going to end up being a point for the Highlanders. Going back to serve now, Cheyenne James. As I said in our open, James is the Big South Player of the Week. 268 kills on the year. This team has loaded 4 players with over 200 kills. Craycraft sets to the far side, hit across off hands. Melissa Race with the score.
Both Liberty and Radford are going to look to establish their middle attackers early. You see Melissa Race going around on the flare set, real quick set right behind Craycraft. Look for Radford to do the same. They do not want to get into a battle of the outsides. They want to be able to utilize every one of their attackers. And so both teams, just like you saw right there with Radford and Megan Short, they're going to try to establish those middles early. And Ray, we need to keep our eye on Short. She is a New Mexico transfer, came with the coach, the assistant coach who came to work with Marcy.
Set to the far side, Happel off hands. What a block set up by Emma Denninger. Also in there was Jessie Medema.
Lily Happel on the outside. Big block set up by Radford. They're blocking well, so is Liberty, so I think we could see this being a high blocking match for both teams.
Quick set in the middle, and that is just hammered home by Denninger. And I mean hammered home.
Denninger coming in, going straight on for a 1 set. You see right there, she had a one-on-one situation in the middle with Kendall Rollins. Liberty's going to want to try to either have Melissa Race come over or that outside hitter step in, because you cannot leave a one-on-one situation with Radford's middles.
Kelby Jackson serves one long, so Liberty picks up a point, and now Kendall Rollins will step to the service line. Early going here of the first set. Oh, the service is wide, so Liberty fouls the service error of one of their own. Now Radford doubling up the Flames 6-3. Going back to serve, Emma Roblicki. Basically a defensive specialist, only 1 kill on the year. Floats a high serve. Wow, Melissa Race going across on the far side and just drills one home.
Big swing by Race on that flare set. It was a good set. There was a one-on-one situation. There was a no situation. The blocks did not even get there, so smart set by Craycraft, forcing that ball back.
There was not even a situation.
No, there was no situation going
whatsoever. And no wonder Race got a little motivated as she went up.
Absolutely.
No one went up with her. Becca Harris serving, needs just 2 digs in this matchup to get 700 on her career, and that's going to drop in. A little miscue by the Highlanders. Little communication error there. Harris will go back and do this again. 10 service aces on the year for Harris. Oh, a bit of an overpass. Great job by Flores to keep it alive. James punches it across. Craycraft, dug out there by Roblicki. Liberty trying to keep it alive, but it's not going to happen. Give Roblicki plenty of credit for that. Able to dig that one out and keep it alive.
I think it's going to be interesting to see the matchup of Roblicki and Craycraft. They are both setters who love to attack, and so look for that second ball going over the net.
I was going to say, net ball, that hit pretty low on the net to actually roll up and over, and it's going to be an ace for Wychecki. Her 44th ace on the year. That's a lot of aces. She'll punch this one deep. Craycraft setting far side to Happel off hands, and a kill for Happel going off the top of the hands.
Happel knew coming in that was a solid block. You see, she did not bring that arm all the way through. She was trying to tool from the minute she went in for that attack, which is a smart heads-up play by the senior outside.
Happel with the jump serve. Boy, nice set and a fantastic job by Deininger. The block was up, so Deininger just taps it over top the block, drops it in for the kill.
You know, if you look, I think she was actually, she was a little early, so she was coming down when that set was coming through, which allowed her to have a little bit of off timing to get that ball over the block.
Hey, whatever works. Carson Widener serving. Punched over. Now set to James. Dug out by Harris. A little joust at the line, at the net. Liberty won that one, but then they're going to get a call. A double hit. So point over to Liberty. Two-point match right now. Shipe serving for the Flames. James is there to dig that one out. Now they set it back to James. Liberty have to run to get this one. They do. Now Happel just batted across. Set back over to James again. Blocks up. Point for Liberty. Looked like Rollins had the block all to herself that time.
Radford is going to go to that outside James quite a bit, and you see that ball was set very low. So good job by the Liberty block to bust it and get out there to put 4 hands up in front of it.
Set over to Douglas, takes it off hands, gets the kill. Douglas only needs 7 kills to hit her 500th career kill. She might get that in this matchup.
I know the Flames are really happy to have Caroline Douglas back. She still doesn't quite have her legs under her, but she has so many shots. She knows how to work the hand and the wrist and the angles. So she's really going to be relying on that, especially as she's still trying to work back from this injury and get those legs back underneath of her.
Another double hit, and Liberty now with their first lead of the night, up 10-9. Gabrielle Shipe serving. Goes right into the middle, dug out easily, set back. Liberty had the block up, but Short will get the kill. Going off the block for the point.
From the beginning, this was a good play set up by Radford. It all started with the serve receive pass that was set right in Flores' hands for that set, and so you're going to see a lot of the middles. They're going to be able to run a very dynamic offense, which you want to be able to do. Pin to pin is what both of these teams are going for.
Jenna Braden serving. Craycraft does it all herself, gets the kill. Wychecki couldn't get over to the corner in time.
Craycraft going up the lefty, knowing that that left back corner is open. Look for her to go that way. She's also going to start pushing it to that right back corner as well.
Set to short. Bump set, just pushed across. James goes deep and she gets it in on the back line.
James on the outside, staying nice and high, not going more for speed on the ball, but for placement. The set was a little low, so she did a good job adjusting that hit last second.
James now serving. Quick set to the middle, blocked. Now over to Douglas. She goes deep and it's wide. So Radford takes the 1-point lead now.
Douglas trying to go line. The line is not open. Radford is going to be pushing that defender back on the line, and they have a big block. So she's either going to want to drop it right over or into the middle.
Boy, Melissa Ray's having quite a first set. She gets another kill.
Race so far 3 for 3, hitting 1,000 on the night. That flare attack is working. If Liberty can stay in system and continue to run that flare attack, that's also going to open up some opportunity for the outsides.
Wojcicki goes to the back corner. She'll get the kill there. Radford is able to pick apart
Rachel
defense.
Yep, Rachel Wojcicki had a one-on-one situation with Race. Kendall went out, thinking that the ball was either going to be set back to the middle or the right side. So you need to do a little bit better job of staying with your attacker.
Going back to Race. This time the block is up. No, yeah, okay, it is. Okay, the block is up. Girls started playing again, and our up ref immediately said, no, we're done. That's a point.
Race right here, trying to go back that sharp angle. Radford is going to start putting the block up on her, so that's when you start pushing it to the outside.
That's going to be an ace again for the Highlanders, their second of the set. That one going to Kelby Jackson. And now back to a 3-point lead for Radford, 15-12. We are in the first set here at the Vine Center on the campus of Liberty University.
Whether you're up all night or up with the sun. Whether you've got a flair for the dramatic or a knack for the facts and figures. Whether you're ground level or mile high. Whether you're front and center or home sweet home. Wherever you come from, wherever you're going, and for everything in between, Liberty University is the place for you.
The nation's largest private nonprofit online educator.
The Big South Conference, certainly the most competitive it has been in a long time in volleyball. There's not just a couple of teams looking to try to get the championship. Look at that, 2.5 games separate the top 7 teams.
You know, you have Radford Coastal up at the top. You have Gardner-Webb and High Point tied. Presby, Liberty tied. And then it spreads out with UNC Asheville, Campbell, Winthrop, and Charleston Southern. So these next 5 matches for these teams are so important. So to see where you are going to be seated for that Big South Championship at Presbyterian in just a couple weeks.
Yeah, Liberty, just to show you their situation, they're in 5th place, but potentially if they were to win tonight, they could move all the way up to 2nd. It's that
They could,
tight.
you know, and that's what's crazy about this. And it's really exciting for me, being a former Liberty volleyball player, to see this rivalry with Radford come back a little bit. When I played, it was always us and Radford was a great team, and then they fell off a little bit over the last few years. But, I mean, they were the main competition back when I was a player. So to see them come back, I think Marcy Jenkins has done an unbelievable job with recruiting. And, you know, she is very embedded in the club world, so she's getting a lot of Virginia kids, which is great. But it's been exciting to see them start to, you know, get stronger and start to compete in the Big South.
There you saw Denninger go up for the big hit and plowed it into the net. It was a nice set, but or a nice play, I should say, but the set was a little low. She couldn't get enough height on it. Kendall Rollins serving. Liberty down by 2 now. Rollins goes deep. James there. Set over to Wychecki. Liberty has the block up, and it lands in. They let it go, thinking it's going to land out. And the line judge right on top of that one calls it in for Liberty.
If ever in doubt, you play the ball. And you see right here about, 3 girls looking at it. So whenever in doubt, even if you think it might be out and it's close, play it.
Set over to Wychecki once more. Oh, nice one-handed dig, but it's not going to be enough. Another point for the Highlanders. Their lead back up to 2, and they'll be serving.
Bradford here on the outside. You see her had to really reach. It was across her body. So if she's having to reach that far, the Liberty defense has to come in just a little bit. She's not going to be able to put a lot of pace on that ball.
Emma Roblicki serving. She hits a long one. So Liberty gets the ball right back and now finds themselves down just by 1.
You know, Ray, if I am Coach Pender, I am telling his girls to serve James in the middle. She's not a very good passer, but they keep her back there to have her be an option for the defense. So even though that was a great pass right there, if they can continue to serve at her and serve aggressive, they're going to be able to get them out of system.
That one went off the block.
It did. Denninger, too, just going around running the simple flare and taking that ball off the hands out of bounds.
Wychecki serving. Kicks the net but goes over. Lily Happel will take a go at it. Drops it in and then off the noggin of Denninger. That'll be a point for Liberty.
Heads up play by Happel, knowing that Bradford's defender is pushing back on the line. She knows right over the block is open, and right there, great tip.
Happel serving for Liberty. Liberty trying to push the Highlanders and take set 1. Nice dig there by Jackson. Wychecki in the middle just taps it over a triple block and puts it in the donut for the point.
Wychecki coming out of that back row. You see at the very last minute, that elbow drops. So whenever that elbow drops, you know it's going to be an off-speed shot. But good job realizing that triple block was in front and just going right over it for the kill.
Widener serving. McQuittery, haven't heard much from her. Dug out, now back over to James. And she gets the kill. Wow. James with her 3rd kill of the night. Wychecki leads everybody with 4 kills for Liberty. Lily Happel and Melissa Race with 3 so far in the first set.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Exciting attractions for every member of the family. 60 miles of picture-perfect beach line will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy. Affordability meets fun in Myrtle Beach, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on vacation. Take a walk to remember down our nationally acclaimed boardwalk and breathe the ocean's salty mist. Experience fun-filled water activities, oceanfront amusement rides, and golf courses that truly inspire. Immerse yourself in world-class entertainment, amazing variety, exceptional value. From coastal cuisine to true southern cooking, indulge every appetite with award-winning dining and the freshest seafood the coast has to offer. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Enjoy so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
(20-17), the Highlanders leading the Flames of Liberty. We're still in the first set. been back and forth the whole time. The Highlanders looking to make their move right now with Carson Widener serving. And it's not going to happen. Serves it long. Liberty back within 2. Going back to serve for the Flames, Gabrielle Scheib.
This is where the Flames need to put the pressure on. Even though they're behind 2 points, they need to step back to that service line with confidence and put some pace on the ball.
Quick set to short. There wasn't much she could do with that at all. The set just didn't get any height on it.
Difficult set with her being pushed off the court, Megan Short coming towards her. Not a whole lot to do. In that situation, your best bet is just to throw it up to the back row.
Set to James. Pushes it wide. She went up for the hit at the last second, just kind of pushed it hard, and she went wide with it.
She had the right idea, but Happel was right there on that line. So just need to do a better job of keeping it a little more in the court.
They go back to James a second time. Takes a lot off of it. Pancake by Happel, keeps it alive. Set to the middle to Wychecki. It's long, point to Liberty. Liberty now takes the 1-point lead, 21-20. Let's remember the first time these two teams played, they took it right down to the wire in the first set as well.
And I expect it to be that way tonight too, Ray. I mean, these are two good teams who are battling right now for positioning in that Big South. So look for it to go back and forth.
James with another kill. Liberty had the block up, but it tools off the block for a point for the Highlanders.
James on that outside. Good aggressive swing. I like what Radford's doing with trying to speed up their offense and lowering the set and increasing the pace of those outside sets.
Jenna Braden will be serving now. She's 10th place all time in Radford in career aces with 57. In the middle, off hands, knocked high in the air by Wychecki. Jackson belts it back, and then James bumps it across. Caroline Douglas, oh, just long. I thought Douglas had it there at first. Took it just over the line.
Douglas going up right there. She had that angle. The Caroline Douglas of last year, that would have been an easy play, but like I said, she's still trying to get her legs under her, and she's still trying to learn to swing with not having the height that she's used to.
Melissa Race hits another bullet, dug out there by Braden, but pops all the way out of bounds, and we're tied up at 22.
Race with her 4th kill of the set. Not quite a flare set, but more of a tight ball right behind the setter, which is just a quicker set.
Wychecki from the back row takes a lot off of it. Craycraft's there. Over to Douglas, takes a lot off at her well, but Wychecki was there. Set over to James, blocks up, what a save! Point to Radford. Wow. You can tell both these teams want this thing.
Huge block right there by Liberty. I'm pretty sure that ball was floating out of bounds, but it was a hard call for Race to make because no one was behind her to let her know.
James goes deep, Happel's there. Craycraft setting Douglas. Douglas off the block, drops on Liberty's side. So now set point for the Highlanders.
Medina setting up that block there on the outside. Douglas going in with aggressive swing, but huge block by the Highlanders.
So we will come back. Radford will try to close out the first set. Liberty has to get the next couple of points to keep it alive.
Be free to be you. The freedom to drive what you want to drive, wear what you want to wear, and bank where you want to bank. At Carter Bank & Trust, you'll find the freedom to bank the way you like. Personal service with a smile, face-to-face from people that know you. And with services like our no-fee debit card, lifetime free checking, and over 100 convenient locations, you're free to bank your way. Carter Bank & Trust, the freedom to be you.
back to the Vine Center. We're in a tight matchup here, 24-22. Radford serving for set point in the first set. And they've got Cheyenne James back serving. 4 kills on the night, and she serves it into the net. Wow. It's still set point for Radford, though. Even though Liberty is serving, they have to win this point to extend the game. Otherwise, Radford will take set 1. Long serve. That was gutsy. Quick set over to Wychecki. Block was up. Doesn't matter. Point for Radford. They will take the first set. 25-23. So it's a 2-point margin. Very reminiscent of the first time these two teams met in the opening Big South Conference game of the year.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
So you know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if your local State Farm agent can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
A deal isn't a deal if it doesn't fill you up. The $5 Big Bag Lunch. Pick any 2 to go with your fries, drink, and apple turnover at Hardee's. The Texas Toast Breakfast Sandwich. Back at Hardee's.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. Radford takes the first set, 25-23. You know, Radford has not won here at the Vine Center since November 6, 2001. It's been a long time.
I'm a little ashamed to say I was a sophomore. I remember that match, but I will say we came back and beat them for the Big South title 2 weeks afterwards. So anyway, let's take a look at the stats real quick. Attack percentage. Radford's staying pretty consistent, hitting right around that 300 mark. They are out digging, they're out attacking, and out blocking Liberty right now. As of right now, Ray, they're just the better team. You know, Liberty's not playing bad. Radford's just outplaying them. And so this is the first chance I've really had this season to watch Radford and see what kind of players that they have. And from what I can tell so far is, you know, they have a system that's working for them. What they're doing is they're running a 6-2 offense, meaning Liberty runs a 5-1, where they have Jake Craycraft as the setter. She plays all the way around. That is their setter. What Radford is doing is they are playing with 2 setters. So their setter is never front row, which allows them to have 3 attackers on the front row at all times. You don't see that too often anymore, especially on this level, but is helping out Radford quite a bit because they're having 3 attackers available, and it's throwing off Liberty's block just a little bit because they're really having to stay home with whoever their attacker is, and so then they're just trying to adjust. So one of the positives that Radford has is as long as they are passing in system, they're going to be running a very effective and dynamic offense because they're going to have 3 attackers available to them at all times.
Well, we'll get started with set 2 here. And it looks like Radford will be serving to open up this set. Liberty, of course, does not want to go down 2-0 on a team that is this good. They want to hang in this one as much as possible. Jenna Braden will start off serving for the Highlanders. Braden serves it deep. Dug out there by Harif. Now set to Douglas. Off hands, goes deep, but Wychecki's there. Over to Cheyenne James once more, but this is going to be long this time. So Liberty jumps out to the 1-0 lead.
Watching James on that outside, she's a hit-and-miss attacker. When she is on, and she has pace on that ball. But if she has a set that's off a little bit or not at the pace or height that she's expecting, it seems like she has a little bit of a hard time adjusting, and so that is something Liberty can use to their advantage.
Apple from the back row, dug out by Wychecki. Set over to James again. This time she took a lot off of it. And that seems to be her pattern. When she goes out with one, she comes back with the very next hit and goes off speed with it.
You're absolutely right, and I think, too, it's one of those things she doesn't want to make 2 mistakes in a row. And so if it's a set that, once again, isn't in her zone that she likes, she's going to go on the safe side and just make sure she keeps it in play.
Craycraft pushes it over herself, and that'll drop in. Again, that's why she has 3 triple-doubles this year, because she will get a lot of kills on plays like that. Caroline Douglas, Greenville, North Carolina native, serving. She drills one. Nice job by Jackson digging it out. But in so doing so, Jackson gets out of position. Rollins makes her pay.
Yeah, that's the kind of serving that Liberty needs. Pace on the ball to make the passers have to move, and then it gives an easy opportunity for Liberty's offense to score.
Back over to Wychecki. Nice job going down the line into the corner.
Off-speed shot there by Wychecki, just going down the line, knowing it's vulnerable. Liberty's middle back is not rotating down the line, so that is a position that is going to be open.
Kelby Jackson, libero, now serving. Right-hander hits it, floats it across. Nice set to race, but somehow the block was up, and that's going to be another point to the Highlanders.
Highlanders doing a good job reading the block, knowing that Craycraft is favoring race on that flare and putting up a big block in front of her.
Craycraft, oh, well, what's the call here? It's going to be a point for the Highlanders. The whistle blew, actually, for the last attack. So, let's take a look at it here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call was, in all honesty, unless she was coming from the back row.
Another point for Radford. So 5-3 now. Jackson still serving. Nice little run of her from the service line. Only a freshman. Floats another one in. Liberty unable to dig it out.
That should be a pretty easy pass for the Flames right there. Just caught on their heels, moving back when they should be moving forward.
Oh my goodness, another ace. This one off the hands of the libero. Gabrielle Scheip that time. There we go, now that's clean. Over to Happel now. Easy play for Race, an overpass. But the damage is done. Highlanders up by 3 now.
Race stops the bleeding there. Heads up play, seeing that overpass come. Staying up, not trying to take a swing, just going up with the nice, easy pushback down on the floor.
Kendall Rollins serving for Liberty, goes to the far corner. Apple just pushes it across. Great location though. A diving Jackson unable to get to the ball. Liberty is closed back within 2. Rollins looks to the sideline and gets the word from Coach Pender. Drills it to the exact same place. Quick set in the middle, off the block, a kill for Denninger.
One ball set to Denninger in the middle, coming off a one-leg footwork in there, which makes it difficult for the block because it's allowing her, she can rotate last second, she can stay straight on as she was, but she's a very dynamic middle when she can go off 1 foot.
Oh man, another one. Overpass out of bounds off the dig. Liberty has some digging service return errors, digging errors right now.
And you know when they cannot be in system, it completely affects the rest of their offense. Right now, they are not playing with confidence. They do not believe that they can get a pass, and it's showing, and Radford is going to continue to serve aggressive if they're not going to be able to pass.
McQuittery and Happel go up for the block. So Liberty will get the point and the serve there.
That block on the outside, all Happel. Good job with her timing and reading the attack.
Service error long. Now the Highlanders up by 4. And you're right. The Liberty just totally out of system, just totally out of sync right now.
They have Kate Corson in, and she doesn't play very often, so I'm not sure if Coach Pender's just trying to get a different look in there, if he wasn't happy with the way his other passers were performing, so he's like, you know what, let's throw the freshman in, but, you know, we'll see how they respond.
McQuittery gets her first kill of the night. Been very quiet so far in this matchup, but not quiet with that hit. Happel serving. James, off hands. Overpass. Liberty trying to keep it alive. Oh, a double hit. I wasn't sure what the call was there, yeah.
It went off Caroline Douglas, and then I want to say it hit McQuittery's hands, and then it hit her arm before going to Craycraft.
Otherwise, it was looking like a beautiful play by Liberty to keep that alive, but again, the 4-point lead maintained, and the Highlanders going for more of Widener, and they're going to get it. Another ace for the Highlanders. And Liberty's going to take a timeout. It's time to talk about this one. Right now, the Highlanders leading the Flames by 5. That's the biggest lead anybody's had so far on this night.
Opening April 2014, Runkin Pratt Liberty Ridge, our newest independent care community, designed to provide one of the most luxurious, modern, and inclusive resort-style experiences in the area, focusing on wellness and retirement living with all the luxuries you deserve. The lifestyle goes hand in hand with the expert care that is signature of Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities.
At Liberty University, we have been pioneering distance education since 1985 because we believe you should be able to take education into your own hands. Choose one of our many programs to suit your goals, including business, education, nursing, religion, and counseling. Schedule class time around tea time, nap time, youth time without ever compromising quality and excellence. We believe moms should still rock out to world-class musicians, have leading speakers as house guests, and root for the home team from the best seat in the house. We want to help you add a graduation cap to the many hats you wear. Come, be a part of our family without ever leaving yours. Your education, your home, your choice. Liberty University, training champions for Christ since 1971.
Nice little contingent of Radford players here watching the volleyball matchup.
Yep, that is Radford, I believe's field hockey team. They play our Liberty's field hockey team tomorrow. Last game of the NORPAC conference play before they start their NORPAC championships that will be held on Liberty's campus starting on Thursday.
Carolyn Douglas gets a touch that was going to go out of bounds, but the Radford player unable to pull her hands back. Serving now for the Flames is going to be Gabrielle Scheip. Floats one to James. Set to the far side to short. Nice block. Liberty will get that
point. With Radford's setter being pushed up towards the outside as much as she was, it's natural for her to want to push it back to short on that outside. So Caroline Douglas, knowing that that's a possibility, stayed right with that attacker and put up the big block.
That one driven into the net. Liberty trying to claw back into this. They were down by 5. Now it's 2. Looked like Radford had a runaway there for a minute. Set to James. Off the block. She'll get the kill. When in doubt, go to Cheyenne James. Reigning Big South Conference Player of the Week.
James with her 6th kill of the match so far. Like I said, I enjoy watching her play because she's able to speed up Radford's offense with them being able to lower that set and pushing it out quicker. That allows her to get in quicker and really utilize her hops.
That one just clears the net. Rollins, nice job. Caused 2 Radford players to almost collide. Gets the kill.
Rollins still perfect so far on the night, 0 errors, hitting 800 so far this match. She's one of those players, right, that's been very consistent for this Flames team.
Melissa Race just checked in for Liberty, but won't get a chance to perform there. Craycraft hits that one long. Cheyenne James back to serve now. Melissa Race for Liberty has 4 kills on the night, tied for the lead in that department for the Flames. Set back to far side to Douglas. Took it off hands for the kill.
Douglas adjusting well to that set. It was pushed just a little outside the antenna. You see her having to reach across her body a little bit, but able to find that left back corner.
You know, I know Douglas isn't 100% right now, but I'm telling you, Liberty's just such a different team with her than they are without her.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think one thing that she does, not only does she provide, 3 or 4 kills a set, but she also takes the pressure off in some of the serve-receive rotations in the defensive realm, as you saw with a great dig right there. And so not only is she a dynamic offensive player, but she provides a lot on the serve-receive and defensive end.
And while Aaron and I have been conversing, this rally's been going on for a while. Over to Happel, and we're going to go on a little while longer. Wychecki, she'll try to end it. Blocks up. It's going to go Liberty's way. Wow.
Unbelievable rally by both teams. A lot of defense going on there, and a lot of good aggressive swings. Liberty coming out on the top end of that one, staying at home and staying with those attackers.
Nice dig by Shipe. Happel goes soft with it. Wychecki, nice dig again by the libero for Liberty. That tipped off hands. That'll be a point for the Highlanders. Liberty was hoping to get this thing tied back up, but they're going to stay down by 2. I'll tell you what, that took a lot of energy on Liberty's part.
James coming out of the back row. You see she was able to get hands as Race was going up for the block.
Set to Race, off hands, it'll drop in. Liberty back within 1.
Race with her 5th kill of the set. Doing a good job just trying to get in between the hands, get a tool, knowing that she did not have a clear path to the line or the angle.
Rollins serves long. Boy, every time Liberty gets within that 1, they service error, puts them back to 2.
It's a momentum killer too. I mean, when you're serving tough, that helps build confidence, that keeps your momentum going, but when you have a great kill or a great rally and then go back to that line and serve into the net, just like Radford did, that really does throw the momentum back over to the other side.
That keeps Liberty in it as they'll go back and serve. Number 20 for the Flames, Becca Hariff, will take her turn from the service line. 9 aces on the year, 18 service errors. Wychecki's there. Back to James. Over to Happel, double block as that goes down the line and keeps it in. Split the block and hit the line.
Happel and the Liberty offense as a whole playing much more consistent this second set. They're the ones now hitting close to 300. Radford has dropped to 207 as a team.
Wychecki gets a kill here, and just when Liberty had tied it up, Wychecki puts the Highlanders back in front.
Wychecki on the outside with that low, quick set. Easy ball to hit down the line.
Wychecki now serving. Goes down the line with it. Ooh, Craycraft keeps it alive. Harris just has to bump it over. Back over to James. Seems like that's all I say in this matchup. Back over to James. Blocks up, but it's going to be another kill for Cheyenne James. That's going to put her at 8 kills on the night.
See right here, Liberty not able to get that block closed. McQuittery needs to try to penetrate more over with her hands. She went straight up and left quite a bit of space in between her 2 arms.
Apple will tool that off the block, a point for Liberty. (18-17) now. Lily Happel will go back and serve for the Flames.
Happel going up. Big aggressive swing. You see at the last second she turns those shoulders and that hands, and she is going off the hands of the block. That is what she was going for that tool.
Cheyenne James hits the antenna that time. So we're all tied up again.
James going out. Once again, I think that ball was just out a little too far. She did whatever she could to save it, but still too far to save.
Pushed over by Denninger, and that's going to be a point for Radford. They do such a great job of speeding play up and then slowing things down. It's very hard to guess what they're going to do. You've really got to play them very honest. Carson Widener now serving for the Highlanders. There you see Monica Jenkins, the head coach. Marcy Jenkins, excuse me, for Radford. Service error ties things back up again. Here we go, 19-19. Who's going to make the least mistakes going down the stretch here of the second set?
I still say if you're Liberty, you need to go after James in that serve-receive pattern. Push her back, try to get her out of the offense.
Douglas will take a chance, bounces it off the block. Off hands, Megan Short in the middle gets the kill, and the Highlanders back up by 1 again. Highlanders did take the first set, trying to close out the second now.
Short with a quick route right behind the setter, what we call a tight, like a one ball in the front, same set, just right behind the setter. Very effective.
Braden serving. Craycraft, beautiful move. No way Wachecki could get to that one.
Craycraft with her third kill going up. What I like about Craycraft is she always puts good pace on the ball. If it's going to be a soft one, she usually has it right over, but when she goes deep, she puts good pace on it.
James just has to bump it across. Free ball for Liberty over to Douglas. That was not a good set. Douglas couldn't do much with it. Set back to Douglas again. She just got to push it across. Liberty wasted 2 opportunities here. And it's going to come back and bite them. Another point for the Highlanders.
Miscommunication between Craycraft and Douglas on that first one. And then just not able to get a ball put in a zone where Douglas could get a good swing, which set up Radford for an easy ball from the back row.
Cheyenne James serving now. Set the race on the flare. Dug out. Kendall in the middle. Rollins, she's blocked, and another point for the Highlanders. Great defense by Radford.
Wachecki right there on her the whole time. Good timing with that block.
A one-on-one block pays off for Radford. They're now at 22-20. Liberty down 1-0 right now.
In the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision, the game is played with perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship as he works to honor the game and respect his teammates, opponents, officials, and fans. Every FCS player grows in his responsibilities as a student athlete and as a member of his campus and community. The NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision. Every down, every day.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much did my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You're gonna be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. Highlanders lead at 1-0, and they're up by 2 points here in the second set. Cheyenne James serving. James puts it into the net.
That is the 7th service error for Radford in these 2 sets.
Douglas serving, just throws it up, punches it across. Set to Happel. Wow, nice dig. Short is dug out there by Shipe. Set to the far side and tipped back across for Liberty. They'll get the point. Jesse Medina tried to go soft with it, but Liberty read it perfectly.
Liberty getting 2 quick points after that timeout. Happel just barely hanging over with those fingertips to put that ball back down.
Just kind of floating in the air. Michael Jackson.
This isn't Thriller, right?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Give me time. I'm still in Halloween mode. Radford gets the point there. 23-22 now.
Save situation right here. Megan Short does a good job knowing that there's a blocker right in front of her and just throwing that ball right into that short angle.
Over to Race. James on the far side, now back to Wychecki. Shipes there. Rollins is blocked. They're gonna go to Race. Did she take it off hands? Yes, she did. Point for Liberty. Liberty now has tied it up at 23. This looks familiar.
Race coming back on that flare. You can't see the touch in that replay, but sitting where we are, right, you could hear the touch. And I think that's what the down ref was going off of, or the line judge.
Rollins deep to James. Overpass, and that's going to be a point for Liberty. Well, Liberty has a chance to end this second set right now. This is huge to me. I think Liberty has to get this point and force this to a 1-1.
They do. The call right there. Setter coming from the back row. The minute Zia McQuittery touched that ball, it was considered a back row attack from the setter.
Whoa, it's out. Liberty wins set 2, 25-23. And we are going to go to the locker room at the break, tied 1 set to 1 set.
There was a wide open spot right there for Wychecki. Just rotate a little bit too much. Flames walk away with that one.
Well, right now, this is getting pretty exciting. We're back to take a look at the first few 2-set stats and some other stuff in just a moment.
You've built wealth by traveling your own path, investing in the strength of your ideas, capitalizing on the best in you. At BB&T Wealth, we understand your passion for what you do and your vision for what you'll do next. That's why our experienced advisors create the financial plan that works at every step of your journey, sharing more than 140 years of knowledge to give you the power to make the best decisions and to continue sharing knowledge of your own. BB&T Wealth, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Did you know that more than 90% of products are shipped in cardboard boxes, and about 70% of those boxes are recovered for recycling? Many of these boxes are made of recycled materials or lumber industry byproducts, like sawdust and wood chips. So please recycle your cardboard boxes. And remember, you can reuse them too. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Leaders aren't born, they're made. And for 3 decades, the Big South Conference's focus has been the development of leaders in college athletics. In 30 years, we've seen national champions, All-Americans, Olympians, Sweet 16 berths, and top 25 rankings. But most of all, we've seen thousands of student athletes reach new heights in the classroom and in their communities. 30 years of developing leaders through athletics. That's the Big South Conference.
Show on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is presented by Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. Experience life to its fullest.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. We're at the break. One set apiece for these two great teams in the Big South Conference. Liberty wins the second set 25-23. The exact same score Radford won the first set by. And really, Liberty winning that set, I wasn't so sure that was going to happen in the early going. They got down by 5. They seemed totally out of sync, but then they got their act together and pulled it off.
You know, I say it all the time, volleyball is a momentum sport. And when that momentum shifts, it can do big things for you. And Liberty did not come out looking strong in that second set at all. Their serve-receive passing was really struggling, so they were not able to run a very good offense. But they were able to get that under control a little bit more in that second set. They were able to utilize the middles and the right sides more. So that drew the block of Radford. So in those situations where they had to throw it out to the outside with Caroline Douglas and Lily Happold, they were given one-on-one situations that they were able to work with.
Well, Radford, when they serve, they really seem to be kind of a high-risk, high-reward service type of team, but service errors really hurt them in that set.
It did, and that's what I think ultimately got Liberty back in that game. They probably had, I don't know off the top of my head, at least 3 or 4 service errors just in the second set alone. And so as a collegiate volleyball player, it's one of those things where you have to have confidence that you're going to get back to that line and you're going to serve and serve aggressive, because there's 2 ways that can go. You can either serve just to keep it in, and that doesn't really do a whole lot for you because that's just like a free ball given to the other team. So you're not just wanting to get back there and play it safe. You have to go back there determined to serve aggressive and get that team out of system.
Let's look at the stats from those first 2 sets. We've got to see how this played out.
One of the things I always look at is attack percentage. And like I mentioned during the second set, Liberty's overall attack percentage is a lot better, out-attacking the Highlanders during that second set. Kills, Radford still won the battle on that one. Assists, digs were right there with each other. Blocks, pretty consistent. You see Radford with 7 service aces. When you have 7 service aces, you should be winning that second set. But then on the flip side of that, they coupled that with 7 service errors. So I think that's where Liberty really was able to get back into that game with the mistakes that Radford was making.
Essentially canceling the stat out. We'll be back in just a moment more from the break.
The School of Music at Liberty University is tasked with the mission of training and equipping musicians as champions for Christ. We do this through 2 distinct divisions. First is the Center for Music and the Performing Arts. The second division is specifically designed to meet the needs of the evangelical community. And this group is called the Center for Music and Worship. Liberty University Center for Music and Worship is the largest in the nation. We have over 400 graduate students that are actively on the field serving as worship pastors and music directors while completing studies here at the Liberty University School of Music.
We provide opportunity for students to not just learn principles of music theory and music itself, but also provide opportunity for them to implement it immediately. One way in which we do this is we have students bring their instruments to class each week, and we have them perform the ideas that we teach in class.
Being here at Liberty, it's taken my perspective of worship and just God alone to a totally different level.
The professors in the music department are very, very well educated. They're very well prepared for teaching and passing on their knowledge to the students.
The faculty are some of the best in the field in the country. They not only prepared me musically, but also it prepares you to be successful as a Christian in a secular world.
My experience at the School of Music was phenomenal. It's where the Lord led me, and I believe that that's where He was calling me to serve, where He gifted me, and the program facilitated that ability to continue to grow in the understanding and the philosophy of worship. They trained us to have the right kind of ear, the right kind of understanding, but also they trained us how to work with other people. They stress that time and time again, and that's what ministry is.
We worked really, really hard to try to make sure that we know our students individually. We're able to have growing and I think very productive relationships with our students. One of the things that distinguishes Liberty University from other universities is that while many Christian schools have a Christian identity, Liberty University has a Christian culture. And that permeates and influences everything that we do at this university, both in academics as well as just in your general student involvement. It's one of the key parts of our program, those internships, because not only are students getting hands-on experience, but they're also getting mentorship from some of the leading worship leaders in the country.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
So you know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if your local State Farm agent can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
A deal isn't a deal if it doesn't fill you up. The $5 Big Bag Lunch. Pick any two to go with your fries, drink, and apple turnover at Hardee's. The Texas Toast Breakfast Sandwich. Back at Hardee's.
Today's halftime show on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is presented by Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities. Experience life to its fullest.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. The Flames and Highlanders tied up at one set apiece. We had a very exciting first two sets, both of them ending 25-23.
We've had some pretty dynamic attackers too. Looking at Wychecki for the Highlanders. She's the player that we highlighted from the beginning. She has been effective. She's been going all over from back row to front row, mixing it up, putting some off-pace balls in there too. And then on the flip side of that, Melissa Race for us too is being for Liberty, has had a couple dynamic sets, really utilizing the 1-foot flare attack, doing a great job. Not only on the offensive end, but defensive end as well, putting up some big blocks.
Well, all tied up at one set apiece. You got to win 3 to win the match. So here we are in set 3. Served by Gabrielle Shipe. We're underway. Set over to Cheyenne James. Tipped at the net, but kept alive. Caroline Douglas bounces it off hands. Liberty will get the point.
Douglas coming out strong out of that break in between games 2 and 3. You see her come up there. She has such a great job being able to find those angles. Even though her legs aren't underneath her, she's able to utilize that arm swing.
Service error for Liberty, so Radford will get the point. All tied up at 1 now. They were just trying to float that one a little short and didn't quite clear the net. James hits it across. Kill for Craycraft. Quick turnaround shot. Looked like Radford had that one scoped out, but unable to make the play.
You know what affected that one last second was the touch of the block. They had the defenders there ready for an attack from Craycraft, but that last second touch on the block deflected that ball.
I think you see Liberty's strategy. Their last service, they had a service error trying to go very short. Craycraft comes up and does the same thing and gets an ace. So apparently a little adjustment they wanted to try at the break.
When you serve short, it definitely affects the routes that those attackers are able to take.
Whoa, Wychecki was blocked by Race. Then Race hit a bullet, but James able to dig it out. Douglas off hands, another point for Liberty. All right, Liberty right now leading by 3 very early in the third set. This is their biggest lead of the night.
Good combo right there where you had Race run a route and you had Caroline Douglas come in right behind, throws off the block just enough to where you're able to get an angle.
Well, you can tell this short service is driving the Highlanders a little nuts. Caroline Douglas just goes deep, floats it up to James. Quick set in the middle to short. It actually went past her. Wychecki able to punch it over, though. Douglas off hands, kept alive. Back over to Wychecki. She's blocked. James got her hands on it. That's about all she could do.
Liberty with the good setup. That ball was being pushed really outside the antenna, so Liberty moved their block in just a little bit because they knew she could not swing line and time that block perfectly.
This is a good timeout by Marcy Jenkins. You could just see the frustration a lot of the Radford players' faces, so they're going to take a timeout, make some adjustments, and we'll take a timeout as well.
Most of what I learned when I was here that is actually, I can say I use in my field is the life lessons I learned here. You know, pursuing Christ passionately, finding friends that love God more than you do, because just by watching them live, they'll inspire you to pursue God more passionately. And then obviously making the friends that I've done life with. My whole career with DC Talk, you know, meeting Michael and Kevin right here on campus. Adult life started here, spiritual life started here. My passion for Jesus really was ignited here. And the thought to dream big, you know, to be able to dream big, to say we're going to take music to people that they've never heard before, and we're going to do it in a big way. I mean, I just remember being here and Liberty would push us to dream big, to go out there and literally be a champion for Christ.
$90,000 online students is incredible. It touches literally the world from north, south, east, and west. And we do a lot of traveling with our team in recruiting. I think I'm on the road about 110 nights a year. And I can't tell you all the places that we kind of run into people who are Liberty alums through online. And it's kind of surprises you at times, but it's kind of cool when you can connect in that way and have something in common and kind of talk about what Liberty has done in their lives for their future.
The Flames of Liberty working a 5-1 lead here in the third set. Jade Craycraft serving. Liberty looking to extend that lead, and again she floats it short. But the Radford really pulled up their defense that time. Everybody was pulled up. James bumps it high in the air while Wychecki goes up and drives it into the net.
Look to Liberty. They're going to continue utilizing that short serve. If I'm Shane Pinder, I have Craycraft go short left front this time, with them not expecting it.
Can she keep doing that effectively, though? That's what I was going to ask. She's done that like 4 times in a row. Race, soft touch, dug out. Back over to Wychecki. Did it get a touch? No, it's wide. Point to Liberty. Boy, Liberty now to a 6-point lead. We realize this can change really quickly, though.
Wychecki, knowing that angle is the only angle that she has, that sharp angle, but just going a little too far wide. Snap that wrist a little bit more, that will come back down into the court.
Craycraft goes deep middle, Jackson right there. Oh, the block goes out. I was wondering if he was going to have enough juice to get out of bounds, though.
with the lead that Liberty has, this is where they can start playing a little more free. And what I mean by that is running the routes and running plays and not playing uptight because they're trying to come from behind. This is when you're able to work on that confidence and continue to build on this lead.
Jackson digs that one out. It's just pushed over the nets by Medina. Caroline Douglas, soft touch. It's kept alive. Free ball to Liberty side. Craycraft over to Race. Race will get the kill.
One thing Liberty doesn't want to do is they don't want to get in the habit of tipping. You need to attack when you're in this position. So we saw 3 tips in a row by the Flames, but then Race coming around with that aggressive swing to put it down.
Little stoppage in play here as Craycraft over talking to the up ref. Well, this has been a long conversation for this type of thing.
It's almost like she's asking him to watch the setter for Radford maybe lifting the ball. In volleyball, your captain on the court is the only individual that's allowed to talk to the up ref.
Douglas just booms one long. Got a little too much of that one. Got to take her off the weightlifting program. She's really being a little too strong there.
That's a very difficult serve to hit. She's throwing it up so widely in the air. Not very consistent.
Race again, and again she'll get the kill. Radford just had a very hard time defending Melissa Race tonight.
Race, that's her 8th kill, hitting .333 on the night. She's able to do whatever she wants at this point, and that has a lot to do with Craycraft putting it in a location that's making her successful.
Rollins serving, they go right to James. Wasn't much there for Denninger. Race though, tries to do that little surgical cut shot and goes way too wide.
Race, knowing that she had that block set up, trying to go angle. One thing Craycraft needs to do is, I know Race is working, but at the same time, she still needs to throw in that outside or the middle too, just to mix it up.
Apple, oh man, what a bullet she just hit. Liberty up 10-4 now.
When I was talking to assistant coach Jen Baden, you know, she made the comment, you don't know what Liberty team is going to step out on the floor. It can be the Liberty team that's dominant and plays like they have, or it can be a Liberty team who you feel like they might have not played volleyball in a really long time. It's like you just never really know. And so we kind of saw that in the first 2 sets, and then we come out in this 3rd set. And this is the dominant Liberty that the Big South is used to seeing.
Liberty up 11-4 now. This is, like I said, still in the early part of the 3rd set, but a little surprising right now. Harif, the left-hander, puts it across, dug out by Wychecki. Denninger, does she stop the bleeding? She does. Highlanders get the point and the ball back.
Harif claiming the ball was out.
Whoa, hard to tell.
It looks out from that angle. It is hard to see.
See, from that angle, it looked in. So we'll have to go with the guy who's looking straight down the line then, or the girl in this case. Oh, McQuittery. Liberty kept it alive. There's the whistle now, but okay, they are going to say it's Liberty's point now. Okay, I was stunned when the ball kept in play. So serving for Radford is Widener. She puts it into the net.
There is that momentum killer that we talked about. Them getting the ball back, trying to make a run, but if you can't keep the ball in play, you're not going to be able to try to defend it and get that point. So even if this point you need to just loft it over, they need to keep the ball in.
Another ace, this one for Happel. And you know, it's really kind of interesting for Radford. In the first 2 sets, they had a lot of servicers, but generally played above them.
Yes. You see right here, I'm telling you, if they continue to go at James, she's not a strong servicing passer.
But as I was just going to say, but when you're down by 5 or 6 points, it's a little harder to overcome your service errors. You got to have a lot less of them. You know, and Happel was going for it again, but that one goes into the net. A service error on Liberty's side. Braden serving for the Highlanders. Floats one across. McQuittery. Wychecki from the back row hits the tape.
Liberty going a little heavy with the flare attacks right now from McQuittery. I would like to see them start utilizing the middle a little more. You have Kendall Rollins, who's been very consistent for you. Get her a couple balls to throw off the Radford block on that flare set.
Again, that short little serve, and it just got Radford totally out of sync and out of system. Watch this.
You have three athletes right there just staring at each other. So you can tell that they are just not feeling comfortable right now.
Short is blocked. That's kept alive, though, by Braden. Cheyenne James, who's been very quiet in the third set, gets the kill there.
Even though Liberty has the lead that they have, they know that they're not safe. They've been up in big situations, and the teams have fought back. So even though we're sitting here saying, okay, you can play with some confidence and take a breath, Liberty knows that that's not something that they can do right now, and that they need to still put the ball down and take care of their side.
Well, remember when Liberty won the second set, they were down 5 points at one time in that match.
Right.
See, that one goes wide. 6-point lead now, James serving. Oh, just dug out. Bumped over by Harif. Set to the far side to Wychecki. Now Liberty's going to go to Douglas. Off the hands and in.
Caroline Douglas coming in, 6 kill. Big swing. That is what she brings to this team. Like I said before, couple kills a set, but she also brings defense, and she also brings passing on the serve-receive side. So there's so much more to what she brings to this Lady Flame squad.
Oh, an ace right down the line, and nobody was there. You don't see one who's just totally untouched going down the line like this.
It looks like James released very quickly to try to allow her to be an offensive threat and just to communicate.
Over to short, Liberty's block is up. Wow. Tell you what, momentum definitely favoring the Flames right now.
Douglas and Rollins, look at that penetration. 4 hands and arms well above and over the net.
Craycraft going right at James again. Wychecki gets the kill. Still right now, Liberty up 18-10.
Wychecki coming through on that outside. See a little bit of a split in between Race and Rollins, and she's able to find the middle of it.
Kelby Jackson, the libero, serves. Happel's there. Craycraft going far side to Race, taking it off hands. Set in the middle to Denninger, and she'll get the kill.
Denninger staying in front of the setter, going with an away ball attack, leaving a one-on-one situation with Liberty's block.
Jackson floats one deep. Quick set to Rollins, block was up. Apple from the back row takes a lot off of it, and great play by Braden just to get there, and then it's going to turn into a point for the Highlanders. Liberty now up by 6, 18-12. And Liberty will now take a timeout.
Safe situation right here for Medema. You could tell she wasn't necessarily going for the kill, just trying to keep it in, and it ended up being a kill.
Liberty's still up by 6. You would think they were in control of this matchup, but this could go either way still.
Did you know that after an aluminum can lands in the recycling container, it can be recycled and returned to the shelf as a new can in as little as 60 days? And when you recycle a single aluminum can, it can save the same amount of energy needed to power a TV for 3 hours. So put those cans where they belong, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
In the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision, the game is played with perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship as he works to honor the game and respect his teammates, opponents, officials, and fans. Every FCS player grows in his responsibilities as a student athlete and as a member of his campus and community. the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision. Every down, every day.
Welcome back to the Vine Center on the campus of Liberty University. A matchup between two Big South powers right now. Liberty and Radford tied up at 1 set apiece. Liberty right now up by 6 over the Highlanders in the third set, but I was just telling Aaron at the break, why do I don't feel comfortable with a 6-point lead for Liberty? I mean, you just think that could just evaporate so fast with this very talented Radford team.
And that's the way volleyball is. It's a momentum sport. Radford could very easily come in and rattle off 6 points if they want to.
Good block pulled up, and then it's knocked way back. Too quick of a reaction for the Highlanders. And that's one Liberty really wanted.
Rollins has been a little quiet on the offensive end, but she is making herself be heard on the defensive end, especially with those big blocks that she's putting up.
Douglas hits it right at James again. Coming across, getting the kill, Jessie Medema. She actually one of the highest percentage on this team.
One-on-one situation there. You see Kendall Rollins stayed with Denninger in the middle, which allowed Medema to have that one-on-one situation and a pretty easy ball to put away.
There's the serve by Savannah Burton, fresh into the game. Set to the near side. Denninger pushes it deep. Great job by Shipes to get to that. Whoa, Happel tried to just push it over, and reaching over the net, I think, was Denninger pushing it back down.
Not a good heads-up play by Douglas right here. Her back is turned to the net, so she does not know how far she pushed that ball into the net. To be smart, you want to just keep it right in the middle of the court, even if it ends up being a free ball.
And that one's in. Don't look, but don't blink, but the Highlanders are only down by 4 now. 19-15.
Senior on the team, you should be back at that line, making sure that that ball is either in or out.
Race down the line, it's in. Liberty now to 20, up by 5.
Grace putting down her 9th kill with authority, and you see the passion coming off of that girl after that kill.
There's the serve by Rollins. James there. Wychecki. Craycraft's going to go to Happel. Wow, nice dig, but it's an overpass. Liberty, though, can't take advantage of it. Two players collide, then the soft touch by Happel. Double hit, I think. Point to Liberty, yes. 21-15. Aaron was on top of that call.
I was on top of that one. Before that whistle blew, I was holding 2 fingers up.
Rollins serving, still. Just clears the net with it. Quick set to Denninger in the middle, off the hands of Craycraft. Point for Radford. Now they are so quick. They don't go real high with their sets, but they are just enough to get them over the net.
And that's what makes them so effective, is that it doesn't give the blockers time to get established and get up and put a good solid block up. Even though there were 2 blockers on her, she still had that sharp angle to the left.
Wychecki serves. Douglas in the middle, another boomer. This one goes long once again. 4-point lead, 21-17. Wychecki serving. Floats it deep. They're really hitting a lot of them to Happel now. McQuittery gets the kill. Liberty can afford to trade 1 for 1 right now.
Liberty really favoring that flare set. It's been very effective for them tonight. You see James not able to get stopped and up on that block.
Harif just goes long. 22-18. That's not something Liberty really wanted there. It was the service error. Carson Widener going back to serve now. Craycraft off the hands of, I believe, Wychecki for the kill.
Craycraft going, she doesn't even see where the defense is. If you see, her back was turned towards the net. She had a feeling they might have sucked back just a little bit. So going over, what got her that kill was the aggressive speed she put on that ball.
Lily Happel floats it across. Wychecki's there. Oh, wow. That just hammered. Liberty now at set point, up 24. Oh, no. They're calling the point back over. Let's see what happens.
We'll be able to take a look right here. I didn't see a net at all.
Wow.
Tough play.
That's huge.
Tough play, but the girls cannot get wrapped up in Coach Pender right now. He's fighting for them, but they have to stay focused and just focus on getting a side out right here.
Yeah, that's a net call. That's a rough call there. As you said, you got to let it go, play above it, and move on. Jenna Braden serving for the Highlanders, only down by 4.
One thing the Highlander coaches need to be aware of too, they have all 3 coaches up off the bench and very close to the court. So the refs need to pay a little bit of attention to that as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. You don't see that happen very often. Setting to Douglas, off hands. Oh, what a save by Wychecki, but it's not going to matter. Now Liberty has set point. Douglas has got her 500th career kill.
Nice job by Liberty to keep their composure and realize they need a side out, going to Caroline Douglas with the big swing.
Serve floated out there by Scheib. Craycraft, that will do it. Liberty takes the 3rd set. They now lead this match 2-1. And that was an impressive set of volleyball for the Flames of Liberty University.
Liberty led and never looked back, and they're going to need to carry this momentum into this 4th set.
Yeah, you got to win 3. 2 is not good enough.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
A deal isn't a deal if it doesn't fill you up. The $5 Big Bag Lunch. Pick any 2 to go with your fries, drink, and apple turnover at Hardee's. The Texas Toast Breakfast Sandwich. Back at Hardee's.
Hopefully, you already recycle your newspapers. More than 73% of newspapers in the U.S. are recycled. But did you know that the newspaper you read today can be recycled up to 7 times? They can become cereal boxes, egg cartons, and even new newspapers. So put your papers where they belong, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. Exciting matchup. The team leading the conference, the Radford Highlanders, taking on the Flames of Liberty. Liberty right now up 2-1. Look at our stats from the first 3 sets.
You see, after 3 sets, Radford's attack percentages come down quite a bit. They started off around 300. You see them dropping below 200. Liberty excelling over 200, which I think has been one of the key factors. Every other statistical category, whether it's kills, assists, digs, are all within 2 to 3 of each other. Service errors, tied actually, even though it seems more prevalent for Radford. And maybe it's just because they're having the errors at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But you know, to have those, and then on the flip side of that, 7 and 8 service aces between Liberty and Radford. So you can see they're serving aggressive. The more aggressive you serve, obviously, yeah, there's going to be more service errors, but for each team to have 8 is quite an alarming statistic.
Yeah, and certainly in this, this is an interesting set right now. Liberty, there's been 2 Big South Conference matches this year. They went up 2 sets to 0 and ended up losing those 3-2. And this is a different kind of game, though. They played every set very tough. Even the one they lost, they were definitely in. So this is a very intriguing matchup for this 4th set.
I'm going to be curious to see how Liberty comes out, because they came out in that 3rd set and they look like a different team from those first 2 sets. So are they going to be able to carry over that confidence and momentum that they played with in the 3rd set? And even though they let up on it a little bit, they still controlled the set for the most part the entire way through. So I'm just intrigued to see how both teams come out, and if Radford is able to bounce back. Radford has not lost a conference match on the road yet. They're 4-0 on the road in conference play. So this is unfamiliar territory for them to be down in a match.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how they respond in this set. They know that they had a very rough 3rd set. Obviously Coach Jenkins informed them of that at the break there, and so it's how do they rebound from that set that's very important as well. The Highlanders will be serving, I believe, to start the 4th set. And Jenna Braden will be the player who will start things off. Well, here we go. This is a huge set. Rollins will get the first opportunity, and she's blocked one-on-one by Wychecki. Point for Radford.
Good block by Radford. For Liberty, if Craycraft would have set that ball just a tiny bit closer to the net, Rollins would have been able to see that she had a one-on-one situation and adjust accordingly.
Set to the far side to Douglas. Big block. That one just came too close to the net. Liberty unable to keep it in play.
And this is what we kind of talk about, Ray, is you can see early on right now, Radford seems to be playing with a little bit more energy. Liberty's on their heels to start this 4th set.
Quick 2-0 lead for the Highlanders. In the back row, Happel, she's dug out by Burton. Wychecki, not much on it, and then Craycraft will do it herself and get the kill. Burton got caught roving to the right side.
Craycraft taking matters into her own hands. Going up, knowing that she does not have a blocker that is assigned to her. She doesn't have a blocker who's going to go up with her every time. And she's taking that into account and choosing the times that she attacks.
Liberty had the block up. It looked like they had blocked it was going to go out of bounds, but Savannah Cantrell comes over and hits it.
The thing is, though, I don't know if this ball ever cleared the net.
No, you're right, it doesn't.
No.
You're absolutely right. That's why Cantrell was going after it, but it was the 4th hit, so it didn't matter. Craycraft again tries to go short with her, and I just kept thinking eventually she's not going to get one over, and sure enough, finally it does occur. But now it's a 1-point matchup. Wychecki going back to serve. Wychecki having quite a night, already in double digits on kills on the night. Boy, that's real close to the net, and that is all Craycraft could do with that, just hit it over. Set quickly to Rollins in the middle. Nice play going deep with the ball into no man's land where no flame was.
Cantrell in the middle. This is the first we've seen of her this match. She's a little bit of a smaller middle, but she can jump. I was watching her in warm-up, so she can hold her own against Liberty's bigger middles.
Boy. Another ball hit to the backcourt that is in. Liberty unable to get to. Boy, James is perfect shot. 5-2 now. Highlanders up by 3. Rachel Wychecki. Shipe is there now over to Douglas. Douglas is blocked. Set back to Douglas again. She goes a little softer at this one. Oh, going up was Rollins. It was a bit of an overpass to Cantrell. She was going to try to punch it over, but Rollins had the height.
Rollins had the height. She also had the timing going up last. You see Cantrell coming over. Rollins right there on her.
Douglas serving now. Takes a little off this one. Liberty's block is up. Ball's still alive, though. Now it goes out of bounds. Liberty almost started celebrating a little too soon.
In volleyball, it doesn't necessarily have to hit your hands. You can kick it. It can go off your head. As long as it touches some part of your body, it is still in play.
Set to James. Craycraft tried to dig it out. Can't do it. James will pick up her 11th kill of the night. 2 players in double digits right now in kills for Radford, James and Wychecki. Denninger right behind with 9 kills. Liberty, nobody in double digits right now. Douglas, and then Happel takes it off the hands but kept alive. That's going to be long. Jordan Watson thought she saw something on the back corner but hits it too long.
You know, one thing Marcy Jenkins has done is she's trying to throw Liberty off a little bit. She's putting players in that haven't seen that much action so far with Cantrell and Watson. So I think, you know, an attempt to try to mix it up a little bit, you know, it can also come back to bite you a little bit, especially if they're not warm or have taken that many reps.
Boy, Douglas had her back to the play and didn't see the ball till the last second. Tried to push it across, nothing doing.
It's a situation like that. You have 4 seniors on the court. There's no reason that there should be a communication breakdown like that. Someone needs to step up and take control.
Cheyenne James serving. Highlanders up by 2 in the 4th set. Happel got a lot of height, but puts too much on the ball, goes wide. Highlanders now up by 3.
Liberty not able to get that dynamic of an offense going. Their serve receive passing has broken down just a little bit.
Set to McQuittery, block was there. Over to Happel this time, block up again, but it goes out of bounds. So it's tooled out. Liberty gets the point, now down by 2.
Happel realizing she has a block there that is set up, looking for the hands to go off bounds. He does a good job with the tool.
Big jump serve by Harif. Cheyenne James drills into the net. But James, I'll tell you, it's a lot of times it's all or nothing. She's going to hit a bullet no matter what she does.
She is, and like I said, if that ball is not in the zone where she wants it, she doesn't do that great of a job adjusting at times.
Radford with the kill. I believe it was Wychecki that time. Nathan Denninger.
Yep, Denninger coming around with her 11th kill, hitting .438. Very consistent performance tonight.
Burton served. Over to McQuittery. Kept alive. Liberty had the block up, but it comes back down on Liberty's side.
Liberty's there, they just need to focus on the fundamentals. When you're there, if you look at McQuittery, she goes up, but she goes up straight. She doesn't go up and penetrate. With her being 6'3" or however tall she is, it's not that much more for her to take it over and penetrate on that block.
Well, McQuittery penetrates on the kill that time. You know, puts everything on it, gets Liberty back up in 2.
Come back with that flare set. Good aggressive swing right in the hole of that block.
Lily Happel now serving for the Flames. Oh, they let that one go just long. Good job by James to back off that one. Liberty's been picking on James off the serve all night. Substitution coming in now to serve. That's going to be Carson Widener. Just pushed across. Craycraft goes to Douglas. Off hands. Douglas will get the kill.
Douglas adjusting well. That ball was set really outside, but still able to get a good aggressive swing, bring it back into the heart of the court for the score.
Now serving Gabrielle Shipe. Floats another short one. Cheyenne James, partially blocked, kept alive. Happel's going to push it across. A little timing error in the middle. Savannah Cantrell went up too soon, I think. Liberty now within one.
Unbelievable dig by Becca Harris to keep this rally going, and then a heads-up play by Craycraft and Rollins in the middle to stay with Cantrell.
Another short serve just clears the net. Whoa, my goodness, Wychecki with a bullet. I believe that was hit away from my direction.
Wychecki going in, once again, one-on-one situation, but you see right there, you have two defenders right in that split, but then both of them backed away thinking the other was going to get it. If you need to knock each other over trying to keep that ball alive.
Braden serving. Liberty goes to Douglas. James, but Harif keeps it alive. Happel will just have to push it across, and she does. This is set to Wychecki. What a nice dig by Shipe. Now Douglas will take her turn, and she'll swing counts.
Big time dig by Shipe in the back row, and then going to Caroline Douglas on the outside, providing that big swing the Flames needed.
Douglas now with 9 kills on the night. This has been an amazing matchup. Every set has been really fun to watch. Craycraft punches it across. James in the middle. Happel gets a hand on it. Nice job by Shipe, and then Craycraft pushes it across. Wychecki, I think she got it tipped off hands. She did. Point for Radford.
Wychecki, 13th kill, coming in just going off high hands. Not quite sure where Shipe was moving into on the defensive end for the Flames, but just got caught, sucked in just a little too much.
Wychecki right into the middle. This is set to Douglas in the middle. Block was up, but it's going to go out of bounds. Douglas hit that one hard enough. The ricochet took it clear to the side.
This was a good combo play too, with Craycraft being pushed back as far as she was, bringing Douglas over to hit an easy 2-ball where she is able to get an angle.
Overpass, race. Didn't get everything on that. Oh, trying to do the quick set to Rollins in the middle. Timing was just off.
Tough play to pull off, especially with the speed that ball was coming up at the net. Rollins did not have time to get off the net and come back in with an approach. If you want to be safe, you need to either go back row or out to the outside.
Kelby Jackson had 4 service aces on the night, but she just has a normal serve that time. This goes to Race. She's money in the bank.
Race on that flare set where she has been so dominant tonight, taking it right in between Radford's block for the kill to keep it within 1 here in this 4th set.
Race for 10th kill on the night. Over to James. Craycraft was there. Back in the middle, they tried to do a little soft touch there, and then a miscommunication again. 4 Flames players standing around the ball. So Radford able to maintain that 2-point lead. Yeah, Coach Pinder not happy about that at all.
There's no reason with a ball like that it should hit the floor.
So a 2-point lead here in the 4th set to Radford. They're up 15-13. They need to win this set against the Flames to extend the match.
Opening April 2014, Runkin Pratt Liberty Ridge, our newest independent care community. designed to provide one of the most luxurious, modern, and inclusive resort-style experiences in the area, focusing on wellness and retirement living with all the luxuries you deserve. The lifestyle goes hand in hand with the expert care that is signature of Runkin Pratt Senior Living Communities.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. We're in the fourth set. Liberty leads 2-1, but down by 2 points here in the fourth set. 15-13, and Radford will be serving. There you see Rachel Wychecki. And she is having a banner night. She had 1,023 career kills coming into this match, second in Radford University history. Apple will get the kill off the block.
And that's what the Lady Flames needed coming out of that timeout, especially after that drop of communication right before the break. Happel coming in with the aggressive swing, getting her 10th kill of the match and keeping Liberty once again within one.
Becca Hariff serving. Left-hander hits a bullet across. Jackson's there. It's an overpass, though. It's going to be a win for the Highlanders. They win the joust and get the point.
In that situation, Liberty needs to know their setter cannot jump. She's back row. So they need to be able to go up and go aggressive knowing that she cannot go up right now.
Checking back into the game is Savannah Burton. Burton's not seen a lot of playing time this year, but here in the third and fourth sets has figured prominently in it. Apple bounces it off hands. She'll get the point.
That's the first quick ball I think I've seen to the outside for the Flames. It's almost like a 51 set, not pushed all the way out to the antenna, not the height of a hut set, but nice and quick to give some options and to speed up that offense.
These teams have been trading points for like the last 10 points. Radford goes up by 2, Liberty closes within 1. They can't get the next point, Radford takes it. So right now they've just been trading points off and on, and we'll see what happens here.
Happel really struggling with her serve too. I think it's in her best interest. She needs to stay on the floor when she serves. Her jump serve just is not being consistent enough tonight, especially in this tight match.
Douglas off hands. James goes down to the ground, gets out of the way though. Bumped across, free ball for Liberty. Craycraft goes far side to Douglas again, it's wide.
Free ball situation. The Flames were not able to capitalize on. It was a perfect pass. In those situations, you want to run something quick. You want to get your middle involved. You want to have Craycraft either go over with it, whatever it may be, but you've got to capitalize on getting a free ball every time.
Wychecki, Happel got a piece of it. Liberty can't keep it alive, though. Boy, Liberty was, they all felt they got that one, but no such luck.
No, I really do think it was down on the ground.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So a 4-point lead for the Highlanders now here in the fourth set. Starting to look more and more like we'll be playing a fifth set before this one's out.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Exciting attractions for every member of the family. 60 miles of picture-perfect beach line will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy. Affordability meets fun in Myrtle Beach because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on vacation. Take a walk to remember down our nationally acclaimed boardwalk and breathe the ocean's salty mist. Experience fun-filled water activities, oceanfront amusement rides, and golf courses that truly inspire. Immerse yourself in world-class entertainment, amazing variety, exceptional value. From coastal cuisine to true southern cooking, indulge every appetite with award-winning dining and the freshest seafood the coast has to offer. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Enjoy so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
You've built wealth by traveling your own path, investing in the strength of your ideas, capitalizing on the best in you. At BB&T Wealth, we understand your passion for what you do and your vision for what you'll do next. That's why our experienced advisors create the financial plan that works at every step of your journey, sharing more than 140 years of knowledge to give you the power to make the best decisions and to continue sharing knowledge of your own. BB&T Wealth, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Right now, the score 19-15. Radford on top here. Serve put up by Widener. McQuittery bounces it off hands. Nice save by James. Craycraft tries the quick hit. Nothing doing. Going back to Douglas now, and she'll end that one.
Douglas on the outside. This is where the Flames really need to capitalize on this kill. They're down 3. They need to keep this ball for at least 2 points, if nothing else, to bring it back within 1.
Shipe serves. Not a good set at all. There was nothing that Cantrell could do with that. Liberty picks up the point.
I understand the rationale with trying to go back and do a flare, but with as far up as Braden was pushed, that's a very difficult set to pull off.
Set back over to Douglas. Goes cross court, dug out by Jackson. Wychecki, she's going to go long with that one. Liberty has done what you said. They've got within 1. Do they stop here or go for more?
You know, I think now would be a time to go for more points. You know, I'm not very volleyball savvy.
But yeah.
I think they should push for at least 2 more.
They go to Douglas. That will be one of them. Wow, break out the ibuprofen. That hurt.
Wow. Caroline Douglas, she found her legs for that one. Good gracious. I don't even have a whole lot to say after that.
Wow, Radford takes the timeout. Coach Jenkins said, hey, girls, we had a 4-point lead here. Come on, we're all tied up now.
Come and find your home with me. Your roots will grow down deep. Oh, you'll find me. Oh, home in deep. Find your heart and find your song. Home is where your heart belongs. Oh, you'll find me.
Moore's, your community choice for electrical and mechanical services.
At Liberty University, you can take education into your own hands without ever compromising quality and excellence. We believe moms should still rock out to world-class musicians, have leading speakers as house guests, and root for the home team from the best seat in the house. We want to help you add a graduation cap to the many hats you wear. Come be a part of our family without ever leaving yours. Liberty University, training champions for Christ since 1971.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron, and I am on set with Liberty University's own cinematic arts students. We live in a world that is saturated by film and television, so what better opportunity for us to send out world changers than through the film industry? Liberty University is actively training filmmakers with the vision and skills necessary to bring a whole new message into the world of digital media. Liberty University, training champions for Christ.
Caroline Douglas went up with some serious authority to knot things up before we went to break. 19-19. Big point for Liberty to try to put themselves at least a bit in the driver's seat here. But they were down 19-15, so this has been a pretty impressive comeback thus far. Shipe still serving for Liberty. Clears the net, James is there. Set over to Wychecki, no surprise there, block was up. That's very close to the net. Over to Douglas, she gets another one.
You see again, Craycraft deciding to go with a lower, quicker set out to Douglas to not allow Radford's block to get as set up as they could be, and it pays off. Now Liberty going up 1 on the Highlanders.
And they take out now Savannah Cantrell, who's only 5'10", and they bring in Megan Short at 6'4", so you see they're trying to make the adjustment right now at the net. Liberty keeps that alive, just have to push it across to Short. Over to Wychecki again, blocks up. Over to Wychecki again, she tries to go deep. Quick set to Rollins in the middle. Another block. Wow. Craycraft tries to do it herself, but goes long. Liberty had a chance to go up by 2, but we're tied up at 20 now.
I mean, she had the right idea, just a little too far off the net to get a good aggressive swing to bring it down into the court.
Jenna Braden serving. Douglas, boy, had to take a lot off that. Wychecki from back row put a little mustard on it. Douglas has no choice but just to bump it over. And Liberty blocks it and gets the point. Melissa Race now checking in for the Flames.
Craycraft and Rollins right there in the middle on Wychecki. That is who Radford's going to go to. She's been consistent. She has 14 kills. So they're going to continue to go to her to try to make some big plays.
Craycraft serves. A lot of play at the net here. Joust, won by Radford, but ball kept alive by Liberty. Douglas just bumps it over. Over to Wychecki, and she gets the kill. No surprise there. You know it's going to her, but you know what? You got to figure out a way to stop it.
Rollins just not moving very good right now to that right side. With a ball like that, she needs to cheat just a little bit. They're not going to go to that middle. They're going to go to Wychecki.
21-21. Wychecki serving now. Set to Douglas. She gets the kill again. Douglas clutch here going down the stretch.
That was a huge pass. I know she's not going to get credit for this, but Gabby Shipe, that was a tough serve by Wychecki. That was a 2-man receive rotation for Liberty. Unbelievable pass by Shipe.
Douglas serving, and she goes long. Critical service error there at 22 apiece now. And here's the girl you don't want to really see serving right now if you're Liberty. Kelby Jackson has 4 aces on the night. Apple's there. Set to race on the flare. Craycraft going to Happel. Big block and a point to Radford. They've got the lead back. Oh boy, this is going to be a huge point.
Radford read that from the beginning. James doing a good job sealing the line and taking away that option for Happel.
Right now, 23-22 Radford. If they pick up this point, they will be at set point. So Liberty, you know, for that, they really want to extend this match or this set. They've really got to get this point here.
This timeout is doing just a little bit more than Pinder getting an opportunity to get in front of his team and talk to him. He's trying to ice the server. She's a good server for Radford. As you said, 4 aces in this match so far. But it just gives Liberty an opportunity to take a breath, map out a good play or a good combo, whatever it is that they might run. And then on the opposite side with Radford, if you're Marcy Jenkins, you're saying don't let up. Go back. Serve tough. You know, we have Liberty on the ropes. We want to force this to a 5th set, because as of right now, Liberty has only had 2 5-set matches, but they haven't won either one of them. So, you're not quite sure how Liberty could perform in that 5th set.
I do know going to 15 and only one of the sets where in this match, you can't really judge it this way, but Liberty's only been ahead of one of the sets at the 15-point mark in this matchup. And that's the other thing, is it's such a short set at 15 points that it's very unpredictable. So Liberty really wants to try to end this thing right here if they can, but they're playing from behind by 1.
For Liberty right now, they have 3 very good attackers, Happel, Rollins, and Race. Look for them, if that ball is in a good in-system pass, look for them to go something quick with a combination between Rollins and Race.
Jackson floats it deep. Craycraft going to Race. Race gets the kill. That was a point Liberty badly needed here in the 4th set.
If you're Radford, you knew it was coming too, but Race has been so effective on that flare that there was nothing they really could do. You see 16 leaves that line open just enough for Race to get that ball down.
Rollins serving. Oh, it drops in. I think that was Jordan Watson. I'm not positive. It may have been Denninger. My whole view was obstructed there by the up ref that time. But now this makes it set point for Radford. All they need is 1. Braden checking out now. Flores coming in.
You still have Race front row. You have Happel coming out of the pattern, and McQuittery in that middle position.
James serving. Happel goes very soft with it. It's kept alive. And that's going to do it. We're going to go to a 5th set. Oh my. Guess what the score was? 25-23. That's been the exact score of 3 out of the 4 sets we have played. 25-23, throw it all out. First 1 to 15 wins in the 5th set.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
So you know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if your local State Farm agent can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Did you know that glass is endlessly recyclable? These days, most glass bottles and jars produced in the United States now contain at least 25% recycled glass. And manufacturing recycled glass requires 75% less energy to produce than making it from new materials. So please put your glass where it belongs, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
Leaders aren't born, they're made. And for 3 decades, the Big South Conference's focus has been the development of leaders in college athletics. In 30 years, we've seen national champions, All-Americans, Olympians, Sweet 16 berths, and top 25 rankings. But most of all, we've seen thousands of student athletes reach new heights in the classroom and in their communities. 30 years of developing leaders through athletics. That's the Big South Conference.
Well, you take 2 of the legendary volleyball programs in the Big South Conference, and this is the kind of matchup you have going to the 5th set. Let's look at the stats from the first 4 sets of this match, see how it played out.
So even in almost every category. Kills within 3, 2, attack percentage. That is where Liberty has done a good job, keeping it above Radford. Assists are even, digs are pretty much the same. Those service errors for Liberty, though, you see that Radford did not have a service error in that 4th set. They stayed at 8. Liberty, on the other hand, added 4. So that, I think, is what hurts them. That's 4 free points that you're giving. And so in a 5th set, one of the biggest things that you can do is serve. That is going to be a make it or break it for you. And you'll see a lot of athletes, they get nervous because they know you're only playing to 15, so they try to lollipop it in, but you still have to get back there and serve aggressive because you don't want to give the other team a free ball situation. So it'll be interesting to see how both these teams come out. You know, usually, typically, whoever comes out on top within those first couple points consistently usually is the one that wins that fifth set.
Well, Radford's still discussing this over on their sideline. Of course, one of the big stories is they've not won here in the Vine Center since 2001. This is Coach Shane Pender's 10th year before he became head coach.
He was a graduate assistant.
Yeah, so that was a long time ago.
That was a very long time ago. I was young, sophomore.
A young, impressionable sophomore.
Where I could stay up past 11 o'clock at night. Yes.
Well, during that matchup back in 2001, that was a 3-2 Highlander victory on November 6, 2001. So Liberty trying to prevent history from repeating itself here.
Although, I must say, we lost in 5. 2 weeks later, we upset them in the Big South Championship. So, I'm not wishing a loss on Liberty by any means. Don't get me wrong.
You're just saying that you
I'm
can
just
always
saying
rebound.
You can always rebound.
Well, here we go. Liberty starts things off kind of how you'd like to start it, a big ace for the Flames. That was Gabrielle Scheip dropping the ball in for the first point. And then falls with a service error. That was the story of the third set for Liberty, as you said, Aaron. The service errors are what made the big difference in that one, with Radford not having one and Liberty had 4. And of course, only to lose that by 2 points.
Yeah, this fifth set, it's all going to come down to passing and serving. Who is more consistent in those areas?
Wojciecki serving right down the line. What a dig. And then Craycraft puts it across, but go back to the dig by Scheip to get that ball back up in the air.
Close call on that one from Craycraft going on that back line. You saw the line judge hesitate just a little bit and then put that flag down.
Ooh, it ticks the net, but gets over. James takes it off the block. Happel's there. Craycraft has to push it across. Nobody was really in position. Liberty puts the block up, and they get the point. Jordan Watson unable to penetrate with the shot.
Liberty with 14 blocks on the night so far, and that was a dual effort by Rice and Rollins right there.
Craycraft tries to go down the line. She gets an ace. Boy, Craycraft comes back fired up with emotion after that one. Liberty now up 4-1. Coach Jenkins right on the edge of the court, exhorting her troops. Boy, I was going to say, Craycraft almost got another ace. It forces everybody out of position, and Liberty gets another point.
Cantrell trying to come in, hoping for the touch, but just going way too high over Rollins' hands.
Craycraft still serving, floats a short one. Over to James, puts it in no man's land for the point. 5-2 now.
James has been a little bit more quiet in these last couple sets. She came out really hot in that first set, but coming through right there with a nice off-speed shot.
Jackson, Apple's there, setting race. What a block put up. Point for the Highlanders.
Radford knows Race is going to get the ball. They do a good job trying to take that line from her and putting that ball back down.
Douglas actually had to back up a bit. Not quite a good set there. Then James gets the kill, and it's now 5-4 Liberty. Just when you thought Liberty had good momentum, we're up 5-1. The Highlanders come right back.
And that's the sign of a good team who can still fight back even when they're down a few points.
Almost a bad miscommunication on Liberty's part. Watson takes a swing, nothing happens there. Now over to Douglas, she's just got to bump it over. In the middle, Denninger will tie things up at 5.
Denninger with her 12th kill of the match, hitting .471 on the night. Coming in big for the Highlanders.
Craycraft drops it into the donut.
doing a good job staying on the ground. She's a back row setter, so she knows she could not go attack above the plane of the net.
Lily Happel gets it over the net. It's going to be a tough shot. No, it isn't. Not even going to make it. Jordan Watson made the attempt but couldn't clear the net.
This is where, as Liberty, you need to stay strong and focused with your serves. You don't want to give any free points to Radford.
Caroline Duggan served. Oh! Douglas got a hand on it. Scheib got turned around, couldn't get back to the ball.
Not quite sure where the defense was on this one. You know, Caroline Douglas just trying to make a play and just getting it up a little bit too much out of his zone for Scheib to be able to come in with that second touch.
Cheyenne James. Craycraft over to Happel, tried to push it down the line. James from the back row goes off a couple of hands. That's going to be up against the net. Liberty keeps it alive and gets it over. Happel hits it, and it should have been a lift, I thought, but no such call. So still alive though. Doesn't matter. That one is ended point to Liberty. That's the 8th point of the set, so they'll rotate sides now.
Kendall Rollins making her presence be felt, one-on-one situation, and putting that ball down with authority. As is with rally scoring, there are no timeouts right now. You switch sides of the court and you continue playing. So as soon as both teams are at their benches and ready to go, they'll be able to resume play. Once again, Kendall Rollins going up one-on-one with Denninger, who is a very good blocker, but Kendall was able to see that she had that one-on-one situation, was able to go that sharp angle to the right.
Rollins serving now. They go to James. James goes long. Flames have pushed their lead out to 3, and then a timeout called now.
James trying to come in from that back row. Once again, that ball is a little bit low, so you see her drop that elbow and go long with the ball.
9-6, Liberty leading the all-decisive 5th set by 3 points. Flames of Liberty leading 9-6 in the 5th set and serving right now. First 1-15 leading by 2 will win the match. Oh, a little miscommunication. It's going to be an ace for Liberty, now up 10-6.
Big time serve by Rollins. Not a whole lot of movement on that ball. And then you just see it drop a little bit at the last minute, taking Wychecki by guard.
Rollins will serve again. Goes right back to Wychecki. Thought Liberty had a great block, but Craycraft dives, keeps the ball alive. Bump deep, James is there. To the middle. Craycraft goes up high. Apple just got to push it across. Was it in? No, it's out. Emma Denninger goes a little wide. Liberty now up by 5.
Pretty easy call for the line judge there. You know if it hits you, you're not inside the court.
Yep, you're standing out of bounds. You don't have to see it, you know.
Nope.
If you're standing outside the court and it hits you. Liberty up 11-6 now. This is interesting. Radford takes a timeout. They want to talk about this. They've got no more timeouts for the rest of the match.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
In the NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision, the game is played with perseverance, integrity, passion, character, and sportsmanship as he works to honor the game and respect his teammates, opponents, officials, and fans. Every FCS player grows in his responsibilities as a student athlete and as a member of his campus and community. The NCAA Division I Football Championship Subdivision. Every down, every day.
Liberty has played very impressively for the last 3 or 4 points to suddenly go up 11-6 here in the 5th set, and that's a commanding lead for the 5th set. Bumped across. Braden comes across to Denninger. Nothing happening there. Wychecki, whoa, hammers it home. 11-7 now.
Wychecki coming from that pike position in the back row. A lot of options for her to swing. Liberty block not getting up on that one.
Savannah Burton serving, does not have a service ace this year and 5 service errors. Oh, didn't clear the net.
Tough ball, yeah, tough ball. Craycraft, just the timing was not there. I don't know if McQuittery started her approach too soon and the route, but just a little bit off. And it's hard to go to her, especially when she hasn't seen a whole lot of action so far.
Coach Shane Pender takes the timeout to exhort his troops, say, come on guys, let's close this one out.
Liberty University. People try to describe it to me, but coming here was just amazing. And when you see the chancellor and president and their family is around, then you see all the other people that are around with their family members. And then you see the excitement on people's faces, the students, and getting a gathering with all the sports teams. But then we all here for the same common goal. We're here serving Christ, and Liberty University stands for that. So that's why people all come together here, again, whether it's here in person, but also on the online courses too.
Welcome back to the Vine Center. Liberty's lead now 11-8. Highlanders serving. Savannah Burton puts it in play. Was it out? No, it's in, just on the line. So Liberty gets the kill here.
I like this play with Melissa Race. They're so used to seeing her go that flare route, keeping her in front of the setter. Mixes it up just enough to get that kill.
Pair of serves. Wychecki, she'll get the kill on her own, return the favor. Back to a 3-point lead now.
You know, if you're Liberty, that's okay. You can trade points as of right now. You just can't give Radford 2 points at a time.
Serving Carson Widener. Craycraft setting McQuittery. It's the kill from McQuittery. For McQuittery, only her 4th kill of the night, but it's an important one.
I don't know. I mean, did she look excited with that kill?
Yes.
I couldn't really read the expression on her face after that one, but the freshman coming in big with a big-time kill.
I don't think that cleared the net. Doesn't. Liberty's point. Well, the Radford bench is furious about something. All the players are really upset there, but be that as it may, Liberty right now have brought it to match point. There you see Coach Jenkins shaking her head in disbelief. They go to Wychecki. She's blocked, and just kept alive. Wychecki gets it over the net. Scheid goes back, keeps it in play, bumped over by Douglas. Highlanders get another chance. Is pushed across by Cantrell. An overpass. Craycraft does it. That's going to do it. The Flames win it in 5 sets, 15-9. Defeating the first place Radford Highlanders, who are hoping to get their first win in the Vine Center since 2001. It's not going to happen.
Craycraft going up, showing why she is a senior leader on this team. Look at the excitement on their faces. Unbelievable match.
A huge win for the Flames of Liberty, knocking off the first place Radford Highlanders, taking this one, the 5th set, 15-9.